Hello everybody, Slow9 here, welcome. And today, this is just an update. So, I know I haven't made a video in quite a while. So, doing my playthroughs and everything, and yeah, just want to try something different. So, you see my gaming shelf back here. It's not filled up yet. It's eventually going to be filled up. You know, my PS3, DVDs, PS1, GameCube. I'm steadily going to be filling this up. Over time, it's going to be filled up. And man, it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to fill it up. But what I want to try to do is just do one video a week, even starting today. The video that I plan on trying to do is just one video a week. Could be anything on gaming, gaming reviews, gaming news. It could be anything. Just something to talk about. The show that's called Let's Talk. So, let's talk. So ps5 came out about, what, November? Xbox Series X came out. Now, here's the real question. Are they both worth getting? In my opinion, no. They're not worth getting, in my opinion. And for good reason. There's not that many games out for the PS5. Well, for the Xbox Series X, I would definitely get. Actually, no, I would not even get that at all. I'll explain both of those. For PS5, no. There's not enough games out for it, and secondly, it's too expensive. And you just really probably will not find it anywhere, really, unless you're like buying it from a scalper or something online for like $800-900, which is definitely not worth doing. And then the Xbox Series X, you might as well just get an Xbox One. It's essentially the same thing. If you get an Xbox One X, you literally have an Xbox Series X. Or if you get the Xbox One S, you literally have an Xbox Series X, essentially in a way. So, to me, it's not worth getting the Xbox Series X. There's really no actual games that's being made just for the Xbox Series X. Eventually, what Microsoft's going to end up doing is cutting support off the original Xbox One, which they already have. They're going to cut the support off the Xbox One S, and they've already cut support off the Xbox One X. So they're going to be cutting support off of that and just have the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. As for PlayStation 5, they're eventually going to cut off the PS4. They've already cut off the PS4 Pro, and they've already cut off the original PlayStation 4. So the 1TB PS4 Pro that has, it says it has 4K, it can only upscale, it does not have true 4K, while the PS4 can only upscale to 1080p and can display everything at 1080p. While that is true, there are some PS3 games that you play on PlayStation Now that cannot even upscale to 1080p. But more on that later. So, is PS5 worth getting right now? No. I would wait till there's more games coming out, and especially for the X, I would not even get. You might as well just get an Xbox One S or anything. Eventually, they're not going to update those systems anymore, and you're going to have to get something else. Eventually, we're going to have to get the Xbox Series X, but as of right now, no. As for other current generational systems, what about the Nintendo Switch? Well, they're releasing a Switch Pro, eventually, which is supposed to have up to 4K. No, not exact 4K, upscaled 4K, certain games. With the Nintendo Switch Pro, I would not get that. I would either get the original Switch with the dock or get the Switch Lite. If I had to really make a suggestion, I would definitely get the Switch with the dock. If you like to play on home console, and if you like to do both home console and handheld at the same time, still get the dock. But if you're strictly handheld or you just play it on a tabletop, you don't play that many games, definitely get the handheld version. Now, what about consoles, you know, like retro ones? Or like not retro, but sort of modern, like Xbox 360, PS3, I would definitely get it. It's definitely worth the time to get those games because, as you can see, these games are really cheap, but there's certain games like 3D Dot Game Heroes and a few others, Jack and Daxter Collection, Ratchet and Clank Collection, they're getting up in price. They're going around the $70 range. So I would definitely look to get one of those consoles, and definitely for the Xbox 360, there's a bunch of games. Capcom Arcade Classics on there is over $100 right now. There's a lot of good Xbox 360 games that's being made, that not being made, but was made. And the latest PS3 game was Shakedown Hawaii, I think that's what it was. A 16-bit open world action adventure game, which really looks good. I plan on getting it. But I would definitely go for it. If you're looking all retro, retro gaming is good too. Like GameCube and, well, I consider GameCube sort of modern. GameCube is definitely worth getting, especially if you like exclusives. If you're not an exclusive person, you like literally third-party games, I would not get the console. I would get either an Xbox or a PlayStation 2. But if you have a PlayStation 3 like me, there's no reason why you should be getting a PlayStation 2. You should just go ahead and get an original Xbox. And yeah. But I think that's it for everything today. So this is our first video, and I'll see y'all back next either Tuesday or Wednesday. Thanks, everybody.